It's time to dive in today and let's see how much debt we paid off. But first, before we do that, because we moved from paying off a credit card completely last week to moving on to a new debt in our debt snowball this week. But first, we are going to do some cash stuffing and unstuffing and all the things. So these are mini challenges that we completed on Monday. It is Thursday. I am Laura with Save with Laura, and we use mini Mondays to save for different sinking funds. And I just want to make sure I'm in the right binder. And this one is by Keely's Creations. Keely Creations. Keely and Creations are both spelled with a K. And this one goes to Eating Out. We just need to flip through and find it. Here we go. And today, I've pre-filmed. So today is Monday. No, today's Tuesday. I'm filming a day later than usual. It's today the 3rd. So that would be Thursday is the 5th. 3 March is already here. 3-5 chickens. And we saved $25. And you know me, math in my head is not my thing. So 9 plus 25 is 34. And we are not going to count that. We are just going to roll with what we have written down and hope it's right. Because it ain't the end of the world if it's not. Okay, this one is Roses Are Red, Fingers Are Blue, I'm Sick of Winter, How About You by the Mrs. Champion 1. This one goes to medical and it saved us $20. Let's find our medical. Here we go. And we'll say today is 3-5. This is Noses Are Red. And $20. And this is, I can do this math in my head, $86. And actually, we're going to be taking money out of there. I would do all my stuffing and then I do all my unstuffing. Debt. This one is not going into an envelope because when I have money to pay off debt, it just goes straight to that, and I forgot to put it in the bank already. So you're seeing this on Thursday, putting that to the side, and I'm not stuffing this. That is going off to the side as well, and it's going straight to the bank to pay $16 to debt, and it is by, the tracker is by the Faithful Dash. So let's flip through and see what we need to pull from. Don't need car maintenance, don't need anything for housing, we're not doing a nice dinner. Medical, we need to pull $25 out of. I had a couple of tests run. Thankfully those results came back good. You know, just those fun things that you're supposed to do annually because they say you're supposed to do annually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Those things that are annual, every 2 years, every 3 years, sometimes it depends on who makes the rules up at the moment. It's one of those things. So, $25. Just so I know what this goes to. Bill. And then clothing doesn't get anything. Let's look through this second binder where I keep some stuff. We don't need to do anything with car tax or hunting license or escrow. Optavia, we definitely do. My husband's Optavia is coming due shortly, and that's $450. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 150. Let's count that to make sure, but put this up. 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 50, And I just use these little cards from the last box challenge that we completed. Optavia. Got to get that put in the bank as well. So 780 minus, so this is March, minus 450, 780 minus 450 is $330 left. Walmart Plus, we're not doing anything with. Emergency fund, we're not doing anything with. Lawn care, we pulled out of, and apparently my husband forgot to call our nephew because he didn't come over the weekend. I have 110. This says vet. It's actually for our dog. Before his vet appointment comes up, actually, he will be kenneled. So there's the money for his kenneling. Banquet we have next year. And y'all, all we have left to do is put our completed, I know I just saw it. There it is. Completed challenges into our little zipper bag to keep for the month so we can do our recap. And thank you for joining me. This was short and sweet and to the point, but finances, when you do them and you plan ahead, thankfully are boring. There's not as many crises. So thank you for joining me. It's been fun. Come back and see me on Saturday where we play our box challenge where we save for Christmas and birthdays 2026, as well as one trip that we're going to be taking potentially in 2026 as well. So come back and see me on Saturday. Bye. I was fixing to set up for my next video, my Saturday box challenge, and I remembered, oh yeah, we gotta track some debt. So my husband and I owe the IRS for 2024 taxes still. We have had a payment plan and we have been paying on that, and it's just next in the debt snowball. The IRS stuff is difficult to follow because it can take days and days and days for the system to update, and I've made some payments. So I think our balance is $856. Our minimum pay is $135. So we're just going to use today's date for everything, and I think that's the 5th. So our balance is, we're going to say it's $865. That could fluctuate. So first thing is we paid $2.26 because we had, and yes, I sent $2.26 to the IRS, and I don't care because that is the amount that we had extra. We paid off our credit card, and what should have gone to the credit card, there was $2.26 left. And so that made the balance when I paid that to the IRS $862.74. And this is rollover from med bill. This is a med bill that we paid off a long time ago. And it was $10 a month, and this was what was left of that. And then also had a chiropractor appointment, $852. I can do that math in my head. And so this is the difference from the old payment to the new payment. Okay, I have my little, I don't know if you can see my cheat sheet to the side. And then also last week, I didn't have to go to the chiropractor. We were seeing if I could make it 2 weeks. So 856 point, oh, that should be 74, not 75. 856.74 minus 37, which would be the old chiropractor appointment cost. Didn't go to chiro. I'm abbreviating. And then I paid our water bill today, and I budgeted $85, and it was only $74.90, so that left $10.01. So that left us with a balance of $809.73 water bill difference. And this is actually our water bill, our trash. We live in town, so we get curbside yard debris pickup. And should we have a piece of furniture we need to throw away, or a washer, dryer, whatever large household stuff that needs to go to the dump, I call the city hall and schedule a pickup. They pick up on our street certain days of the week, and they let us know when to have that out. And then I think I didn't write something down, but we're just going to roll with what I have written down and make adjustments later if I need to. Then we had our regular payment. $809.73 minus $135 is $674.73 regular payment. I'm thinking I forgot to write something down, but I made a $20 payment, so it must have been the water bill difference in that. Maybe? I don't know. We'll figure it out. So we went from the beginning of the month at $865 all the way down to $674.73, and this is just how the mind shift changes. This was the regular payment, and these are all differences of what should have been paid to something, but we didn't have to use the money for that. So it helps us bring the date down. I do have a payoff goal date, and I forgot to look that up. It's in a few months. So we'll fill that in next week if I remember to do that. And now I'm going to let you go. You already had the closing, so I'm not going to do it again. You just got a little bit of bonus because I almost forgot to show you my debt payment. So, see you on Saturday.